Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Daily Fix. I am your usual host, Advocate Tulo Hoyani. We soldier on. This morning I've got some very interesting news for you. I've been discussing K4 and Longway for the last two videos. Something happened to me today. I got a tip-off, if one can call it a tip-off, from one of my many sources. I've since cultivated a lot of sources. People are coming to me with all sorts of information. And a lot of it still has to be verified, just to make sure that these are not just pranksters throwing information all over the place to muddy the waters, so to speak. So this morning I got information from one of my sources that Kumalo is ready to talk. Yes, Kumalo is ready to talk. I tried to ask my source, why is he particularly ready to talk at this point in time? And the source said, hey, you never know, maybe the pressure has been building up in her. So she feels that, she wants to offload some of that pressure by just coming out clean over what happened to Meyiwa back in 2014. Well, I also understand, and I will not divulge too much detail about this. I also understand that her talking is conditional. Yeah, her talking is conditional. But for this video, I will not go into those conditions. Remember, I said I don't want to bombard you with a lot of information all at the same time. We'll look at the conditions in the next video. But let me just paint a scenario here for you. If Kelly Kumalo is willing to talk, there is only one thing she can say. She can simply say, Longwe Twala got to my house with a firearm, was not very happy, seemingly, ended up firing that firearm in the sitting room of my home. And at that point, Senzo intervened and prevailed upon Longwe Twala not to behave in the manner in which he was behaving. Longwe Twala was then taken out of the house by Senzo, actually manhandled out of the house to bring back some order into that house after the firing of that shot by Longwe. It was then that after Senzo had taken him out, Senzo ended up dispossessing him of the firearm and then handing it to Kelly Kumalo. We understand from that narrative that Kelly Kumalo started playing about with the gun, maybe to show off or, to really show off to her friends that she knew a thing or two about firearms. And in the process, the gun misfired or discharged bullets that ended up killing Senzo Meyiwa. One of them ended up killing Senzo Meyiwa. So if Kelly Kumalo is ready to talk at this point in time, which is quite astounding, I got very shocked when I heard all this. That is the only thing that she can tell us. Because, looking at the whole thing, it's a very sad story. Because had this thing, been dealt with in an honest and professional manner from the beginning, perhaps we would have long had the narrative that, Kelly was playing about with the gun and the gun discharged a bullet or bullets that mistakenly, and I want to underline this, that mistakenly then hit Senzo and Senzo died. But this is what should have, been reported. This is what actually happened. And under those circumstances, that would have been an unintentional death on the part of Kelly Kumalo. She wouldn't probably get much of a jail sentence. And there were also other possibilities of, her doing community service because it was accidental. Remember that it was accidental. Remember the Jub Jub matter. Jub Jub was joyriding all over Soweto and ended up killing several kids. It was not intentional. So, the shooting by Kelly of Senzo really was unintentional. But what brings, has swallowed the whole saga is this other narrative which somebody somewhere decided to spin, that there were intruders into that house. So there we are now. My source tells me that she wants to talk. How I wish I could be the first person she talks to so that I can bring you, the news straight from the horse's mouth, straight from Kelly Kumalo's mouth. Like I said earlier on, I have to confirm this, but I have it on good authority. This sounds credible to me. So I've already indicated that, her talking is conditional. And we'll talk about the conditions. And it becomes very interesting when you stretch it and link it up with the conditions. I will talk provided 1, 2, 3 happens. Right? So in the next episode, let us look at those conditions which have been said. But this just turns the tables. This just turns the tables. Because one wonders, in the event that, she comes out clean, like she intends to come out clean, what then happens to this trial? What then happens to this trial? The implications are huge. The implications are huge. It can only mean one thing, and I don't want to get into any further detail, but it can only mean one thing at this stage. That trial was a miscarriage of justice, or is a miscarriage of justice. Because should she come out clean and give us this narrative that we all know to be the true narrative, it will simply rubbish any other version, including the version that we are seeing being played out in court now. So, there you have it. Quite, quite shocking in itself. But I have to follow up this and prioritize it. I have to follow up this, verify this, and see what she has to say. And see what then happens to this trial. If she should come out clean and say, no, this is what happened, then this trial will be what? It will be a Mickey Mouse trial. It will be a miscarriage of justice at worst. So this is how the Senzo narrative is playing out. Let us keep our ears on the ground and see what she has to say and under what conditions. So in the next episode, look forward to the conditions and we take the narrative further. The story that Kelly Kumalo wants to talk. If this has not shocked you, nothing will ever shock you. Having said that, let me once again thank you for watching my videos, and please kindly subscribe and have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.